just wanted to show you a cool find. This was actually being thrown in a scrap bin at one of my places where I drop off at. And it's like pretty nice. They gave it to me because, yeah, I guess they were just chucking it out. But basically I'll show you the only thing that was wrong with it here. Its size, it's quite heavy duty. It's got 6-inch jaws, 6-inch wide jaws. So basically, if you look here, say I try to open the jaw up, this is what happens. This thing just comes right out and the whole thing is spinning inside. But I'll show you how easy it is to fix. So this is what's happened here. As you can see, there's a groove right here and there's this plate. So what's happening is this thing has spun outside of where that plate is, therefore it's not causing the jaw to retract. So stick an Allen key in there, loosen that up a bit. Let me just show you here. So here's the problem. This little plate, as you can see, has been worn down gradually and it has actually slipped out. So all we need to do to fix it, basically what it's supposed to be like is this is supposed to be in here and this is supposed to bolt back in there, but it's supposed to come down and sort of block that groove off so that it pulls, instead of pulling this whole thing out, it pulls the vice jaw out. So all I need to do is make another one of these, maybe 1/8 of an inch or 3/16 of an inch longer. So let's do that. So I'm here at the CNC plasma machine, and you could really easily just cut a piece of 1-inch flat bar. I think that's probably 1 inch wide. Let's see. Yeah, you could cut a piece of 1-inch flat bar really and just grind that groove out, but a little bit longer, and drill a hole in it. But since I'm here, I'm gonna just do it on the CNC real quick. So we need to go, instead of the 3/4 inch down it is right now, we need to go about a full inch. That should give us enough. So I'll just draw it in here. So we're gonna go, so for a rectangle, we're gonna go 1 inch by 1 inch. There we have our 1-inch square. And then the hole is about, just over 1/4 inch, so I'll do a hole that is 0.3125, which is 5/16, and I can always drill it out a little more afterwards. But just put it right there. Yeah, that looks about right. And then I'll just do an arc. From this point, oops, sorry, 1 sec here. So we'll do draw, bulge from here to here. And I'm just going by eye here. I don't care if it's like perfectly accurate because I can grind a little bit off afterwards. But that looks like about the curve of it, so we'll just go with that. Delete that line and connect path, and there we have, there we have our part ready to cut. Let's move it up here, and I will go convert to cut path. I'll start the cut up here, and there we go, we're ready. So what this is the pierce starts right where that tip of that line is, where my mouse is. I'll cut that hole, and then it'll pierce up here and cut this outer shape. So let's do that real quick. I've got it lined up here and I've got my speed set and everything. The only problem I'm going to run into is I don't have my mesh net underneath the table here, so these pieces are going to fall through. I'm just using this little scrap piece of 1/4 inch plate I found. 1/4 inch will work too for this because the slot is big enough, but it's probably going to fall down into that gross water there, so I'll just see what happens. figure I'll cut two in case it's hard to find one. So just go machine, cut. Alright, so yeah, so they fell down. Yeah, I can't even see them, so I'm just gonna go fish them out, or fish one of them out. But overall it made a fairly clean cut for 1/4 inch plate. There it is. See how it fits. All right. Now, it should. Oh yeah. Nice. So yeah, so now we have a perfectly working vise. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wire wheel, like one of those probably, or maybe a knot brush because it'll take out more, and just clean it up a little bit, and then I'll throw some paint on it, maybe, you know, paint everything except the jaws, and I'll keep these nice and shiny right here where the soft jaws are. And yeah, I won't paint this surface here, and I bet you it'll look like a new vise. Let's try it. I started stripping some of the paint, and I basically reduced this wire wheel to nothing. One thing you want to keep in mind with these wire wheels is that you will get little pieces in your clothing, so don't wear anything that you don't want wrecked. And then also you got to have really good eye protection, either something that covers around your eyes, even like up close to the skin, so that nothing can get behind the glasses, and wear safety glasses and a face shield, because I know someone who actually got one of those wire pieces in his eye, and it went in like an inch or so. He had to get a eye surgery and almost lost his vision. So yeah, make sure you're safe with those, because they can be kind of sketchy. They can also grab sometimes when you're in a corner and like sort of launch to the side. But yeah, I started cleaning this up. There's a couple layers of paint actually. There's this blue paint on top, and then underneath there's this really thick like neon green paint. I think it's like powder coat. So managed to get it all off on here. But I'm just gonna, tomorrow I'm gonna throw another wire wheel on and just do a whole bunch more cleanup. I'm gonna get it nice and clean, then I'll tape off these, tape off this, give it a nice big spray paint, probably tape off this too, and right here. So it's pretty close to being painted. I just got to get off this last little bit of excess old paint. There's 2 layers, but it's going to look awesome. I'm painting it up here with this hammered bronze paint. It's a trem-clad hammered bronze. It's kind of just something I had lying around. I probably would have gone with a brighter color. Like originally I wanted to do it red, but I think this will look pretty cool anyways. So as you can see, I've got parts taped off, like the jaws, the handles and everything, and the faceplate there. And I took this apart so that I don't spray the main handle. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty nice vise when it's done. I still got to flip this stuff over and paint the other side, but I'll have to wait for it to dry a bit. Alright, here's a close-up view of the finished product. Nice and smooth here and there. Yeah, turned out pretty nice. It's that hammered finish paint, so it's got kind of a rough texture, which the vise already sort of had anyways, so kind of goes with it. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and let me know what you think. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.